JERA and the Electricity Generating Authority of Thailand, or EGAT, have signed a memorandum of understanding to jointly study hydrogen and ammonia value chains in Thailand. The announcement was made during the 8th Japan-Thailand Energy Policy Dialogue, demonstrating strong support from both governments for regional clean energy cooperation. The partnership aims to accelerate Thailand's energy transition by exploring practical pathways for low-carbon fuels, while ensuring reliable electricity supply. It also reflects JERA's broader strategy of expanding hydrogen and ammonia partnerships across Asia. Before looking at the partnership, it's important to understand Thailand's power landscape. EGAT is the backbone of Thailand's electricity system, overseeing much of the country's power generation and transmission. Today, around 65% of Thailand's electricity comes from natural gas, making the country heavily dependent on imported liquefied natural gas, or LNG. Thailand also has strong solar potential, but renewable generation isn't always consistent. Solar output can reach full capacity around midday, yet during the cloudy monsoon season, it may fall to just 10 to 20% of its maximum output. Wind resources are also relatively limited. Because renewable generation varies throughout the year, Thailand needs other reliable sources of electricity to maintain a stable grid. This is where hydrogen and ammonia can play an important role, providing lower carbon fuels that complement renewable energy. JERA is leading the power industry in implementing technologies that will enable 100% ammonia-fired power generation. The company is developing the tech to convert existing thermal power plants, including gas-fired facilities, to operate using ammonia as a low-carbon fuel. This approach allows existing power infrastructure to support decarbonization while maintaining reliable electricity generation. To secure a stable supply of fuel ammonia, JERA is developing an international supply chain that covers the full life cycle of the fuel. Production. JERA is a key investor in the Blue Point complex in Louisiana, USA, a large-scale project developed with CF Industries. JERA holds a 35% stake in this facility, which will produce low-carbon blue ammonia using carbon capture and storage, CCS. Production is expected to supply JERA's power plants starting around 2030. Transport. To transport ammonia safely and efficiently, JERA has formed partnerships with major shipping companies, including Nippon Yusen Kabushiki, Kaisha, NYK, and Mitsui O.S.K. Lines, MOL. These collaborations include the development of large-scale ammonia transport vessels, receiving and handling. JERA is working with local partners to study and develop receiving and storage infrastructure in Japan, specifically at the Heikkinen Thermal Power Station, and in Tomakomai, Hokkaido, to handle the large volumes of ammonia required for its operations. Power generation, JERA conducted the world's first large-scale demonstration testing of 20% ammonia co-firing with coal at Unit 4, 1 gigawatt capacity, at their Heikkinen Thermal Power Station. Following successful trials in 2024, the company is preparing for commercial operations and aims to gradually increase the co-firing ratio toward their long-term goal of 100% substitution. JERA is building the foundation needed for ammonia adoption, from production and international transportation to import terminals, storage facilities, and final use in power generation. JERA is Japan's largest power generation company, supplying roughly 30% of Japan's electricity. It operates more than 70 power generation facilities, employs around 5,000 people, and is one of the world's largest liquefied natural gas buyers. JERA has actively integrated ammonia into its business strategy as a core component of its JERA Zero Emissions 2050 roadmap, aiming to achieve net zero carbon dioxide emissions by 2050. Their work spans the entire value chain from production and supply to power generation and infrastructure development. EGAT is Thailand's national electricity authority and serves as the backbone of the country's power system. With approximately 20,000 employees, it operates power plants across Thailand while managing the nation's high-voltage transmission network. EGAT plays a central role in ensuring reliable electricity supply and is leading Thailand's transition toward cleaner and more sustainable energy sources. Rather than immediately building infrastructure, JERA and EGAT will first conduct detailed studies across the entire hydrogen and ammonia value chain. Their work includes evaluating market demand, technical feasibility, commercial viability, and the policies needed to support future deployment. The partnership also explores fuel production, import logistics, storage facilities, transportation systems, and the use of hydrogen and ammonia in Thailand's power plants. Policy and regulatory frameworks can have an enormous impact. We recently discussed how green ammonia auctions in India landed on prices nearly half those in Europe under different sets of rules. While this memorandum of understanding does not immediately reduce emissions, it lays the foundation for a much larger transformation. This is important because a single company or government cannot bring about the energy transition. Solutions are built through coordinated ecosystems involving utilities, fuel producers, shipping companies, infrastructure developers, equipment manufacturers, financial institutions, and governments. We are seeing this internationally. Japan and India have been strengthening cooperation on clean ammonia supply chains, demonstrating how cross-border partnerships can rapidly expand production and trade. When companies, regulators, permitting agencies, and governments align behind a common strategy, deployment can move far more quickly than many expect. Rather than building each piece independently, countries can leverage established technologies, shared infrastructure, and regional supply chains, allowing projects to move from feasibility studies to commercial operation within just a few years. JERA's CEO for Asia, Izumi Kai, emphasized that regional partnerships are essential to building practical pathways toward a lower carbon future. He noted that hydrogen and ammonia will become key components of Asia's future energy system. EGAT likewise reaffirmed its commitment to supporting Thailand's clean energy roadmap while ensuring reliable and affordable electricity for the country. This agreement is more than a single research project. It represents another step in JERA's long-term strategy of developing hydrogen and ammonia supply chains throughout Asia, while supporting partner countries in achieving their decarbonization goals. By combining JERA's global expertise with EGAT's national infrastructure, the partnership has the potential to accelerate Southeast Asia's transition toward cleaner and more resilient energy systems.